Hi friends, it's Allison. Welcome back to AJ's Inspired Life. Welcome if you're new. Welcome to another journal with me. Friends, this thing is out of control. So if you're new here, welcome. If not, this is my daily creative journal. Oh my gosh. I don't even know. I made it many years ago, like 12 years ago. I'm trying to repurpose it into my monthly journal, but I'm telling you what, I might have hit my limit. So I do have, for the record, I do have a relatively clean desk. I have filmed a couple videos. I've been doing a good job, but you can tell I just shoved all the stuff into the journal. So, whoo, Nelly, let's get it out and mess up the desk, shall we? Let's mess up the desk. Okay, these are some things I think I want to put in my journal. Oh, this is something that ripped that I thought I wanted. Oh, I'm so sad. Okay, let's get it all out and see what we have, shall we? This is like, again, if you're new here, this is kind of what my weekly journaling session probably looks like. This is trash from a card I bought, but I will reuse this for like Happy Mail, or maybe in a journal, but usually for Happy Mail, I try to keep little plastic bags like this. I tend to gather the things through the week, bring them down, go through them. So for an example, here is a beautiful calendar. It is, I guess last year's calendar. And I just thought, I think it's so sweet because, it's from the school district, but they use the kids' art, right? And I just thought it would be fun to utilize it somehow. Now we can definitely use these words, right? So this is, maybe we'll do a whole separate video on harvesting this. Let's put this away and not get sidetracked. But my idea is to kind of harvest it. Not to kind of harvest it, to harvest it. All right. This is all the stuff from my week. So I am going to start with cutting out this piece of original artwork. The kids do all sorts of fun art, and oftentimes it's in the trash. And oftentimes I pick it out of the trash. Okay, we'll just end it there. So, oh my gosh. Okay. Let's make the pile. And let's get it on its days. How about that? Let's see if we can do that. I think I've printed my pictures. So I think we have everything we kind of need. Let me make sure I have you, because that's important. And I think some of you like to see some of my desk. Some of you, it gives like a little too much anxiety. Okay, there we go. Because I got stuff all around. Okay. Okay. So we are coming to the end of the month. Now, if you're not playing along already, and if you don't know about it, I have an item of the month challenge, which is where I challenge myself to use a certain item on every page of my journal. This month's item of the month is washi tape. So on every page, we want to use some washi. Now, this book in particular, I lost my mind and I thought the pages were too big. And so I was like, well, I'll only use one page per day. I normally do a double page layout. That was probably the wrong call. It was probably the wrong call, because all I'm doing is just stuffing it. I'm stuffing it full. And sometimes the pages aren't maybe as cohesive as they would be if they were, one page. So this is literally Thursday the 21st. This is Friday the 22nd. So, okay. This was a fun page. This is just a plastic sleeve. Anyway, all right, let's see where we're at. I am not done with all of this. This is like days of the beach trip with the sweet Melissa from Messy Missy. These pages are not done, but they're getting there. Okay. So let's just stuff this thing first and then we'll work our way. I'm going to go through my pieces. Oh my God, this is tomorrow. We have to figure it out. And then I have to figure out what's going to happen the rest of these pages. I think I already know the answer. I think you already know the answer as well, but we'll talk about it. Okay, today is Saturday. It is literally this day right here. So this is yesterday, and we have to figure this out as well. This is a file folder. So I could do, this is Thursday, this is Friday. I don't want to cover this up. So we have, we could do a few things. I could obviously just tip in another page, because we already made the decision to put the things down and make this the 31st and not go blah, blah, blah. So I could tip in like another page just to make it a page. I could tape on here like a clear thing over it. I'm not necessarily feeling that. My other thought was to cut off this tab and then to make 2 pull outs. Like this page is already going to have something in here for the, the pocket, if you will, to pull out for the day. And then we would flip it over and this page would have another tab like to pull out. Great. Either way, I'm really stuck on this day. Now, we do have this little flip for the day, so that's actually really nice. Again, I made this like 12 years ago, so I don't know, it's got some stuff, but we would like literally just put this over this. In fact, I'm going to do that right there. I don't know if I can pull up some of this stuff. Sometimes we can save some of it. Sometimes we just sacrifice to the crafty gods. Okay, we're going to pull that happy face up. We're going to put this sticker down. Oh, we're not even going to put it there. Dang it. Dang it. We're going to put it over here. All right, let's get stuff down. This is back to school. It's on its page. This is Tuesday. The day before. Okay. Look at this. A piece of artwork. One of the little girls left me. She says, I will miss you so much. Her family moved. I didn't get to see her. And so, yeah. Oh my gosh. They came in and left this with like some homemade jam. Is that not the sweetest thing? So that could go like on the 1st. It could go here. I mean, they definitely left it on this day. We'll leave it here. Okay, this little sticker goes on Tuesday with the Starbucks thing because it was pumpkin spice latte day. It came out. I partook. So there we go. It's August. I understand that, but I don't know. My thought was this might go on Wednesday. The other thing that's hard about this is I normally tuck things in and all of this would be Monday. So we might get out some little paper clips to work with here so we know which actually goes to which day. This could go on this day. This is Monday. Oh yeah. This is all Monday. All right. And then this is Tuesday. This could go on any day, but I thought it might kind of tie in with the color thing there. And we're going to have to make some stuff work. So we'll maybe do this like this on Tuesday. All right. So this would be Wednesday and Wednesday and Wednesday and Wednesday. Okay, so all of that's Wednesday. And then, yeah, like, isn't this cute little first day back things? That's so sweet. Again, out of the trash. So, I'm not too sure we'll use this. I think I'll leave it in my maybe pile, but This goes on this day. This can go on any of these days. We've been having some warm days. See, I have all these sunshines cut out. So I think I'll pop this one like onto this day. You can't use up creativity. The more you use, the more you have. I think that will go on this day maybe. This is that piece of art. I can't remember what day I got it. Honestly, out of the trash. I'm going to be really honest. I don't think we can make it work on this day. And we don't have to make it work. We could use it on a different day. It could be September. So I'll leave that in my maybe pile. These are, okay, these are Tuesday. Tuesday? Tuesday. Yeah. Dang, it's been a busy week. Been a busy week. Okay, these are like tidbits, right? And notes. So this stuff is not necessarily a certain day. So we'll, I thought I had more stuff. Okay, this piece is Monday. So like this is my bulletin board, you know, thing that goes around in my classroom or in my little office. I don't have a whole classroom this year. This goes up with all the affirmations like on the wall. Okay. All right. Here is a picture. It's pretty cheesy, but I took it anyway. They had a big welcome board thing back with, anyway, a picture station basically for the kids. And it was kind of folded up getting ready for the week, but I grabbed a picture of myself there. This was actually Tuesday. Okay, where's the rest of my pictures? Because I know I just printed them. Okay, this is still all trip stuff. This is a printable sheet. These were a thing of gummy worms, gummy candies. That I got, and it just, oh, it smells so good. I'm not too sure I'm actually going to use it. I think I'll probably save it for October. I think I'll probably save this for October. So I'll put it over here because I don't necessarily need it and I certainly don't have room for it. Okay, I just printed this and I just printed something else. Where's my other thing I just printed? Maybe in the printer still? No. Okay, this is my calendar and I'm super sad because I ripped it out to bring it home so I could use the August. But I'm feeling like we probably don't need to save it, but it makes me sad. That's how I like to use my calendar at work. So these are all usable. I'm not going to save them. This entire border is usable. If we wanted to cut this out, we certainly could and use it. We might use a piece of it, but this is all usable. So I love a calendar that you can, you know, use. I didn't use this calendar, obviously, because I just opened it and just had it up for a couple days at school. So, and it just started. It's in August. It's a school year calendar. So, I think I got it at, but it's good paper. I don't know if you can hear me cutting. I think I got it like TJ Maxx. It's pretty thick paper. I'm not gonna save all this. You could save a notes section for your journal. We could do that as an example. You could use all of these headers right here for planners or whatever else you want in your book or whatever. I'm not gonna kind of handle that right now. Oh, this makes me sad. Okay, let's see if it's even worth. I wasn't going to use the 2025 on here. I would just save that. And so we'll cut all of this out of the way. I just don't know if it's salvageable. I mean, there's only one way to find out, right? But the point of it is I will be saving the months. I used to have a bigger calendar that had a bigger title, and that's what I would actually use for my journal, is I would cut that out at the end of the month and put it on there. Okay, there's that piece. And then this piece goes on like that. It's not too bad. It's actually not too bad. So let's see, since I went to all that trouble, let's see if we can find a space for it. Let me see. I want to make sure I put my book back where you can see me. Okay. Holy cow. I don't know what to do about this day. I'm really frustrated with this page, to be honest. I love this page so much, but I'm thinking. That was my brain thinking. Hold on. Well, I think at this point I'm going to cut it and not. Okay. Okay. The first option, so I'm just going to do this. The first option is to cut it like that. And I'm not going to save that piece. We could put a card in here. We could even cut this down more if we wanted to. We could put a card in here and a tab that was like, this would be Thursday day. And then over here, we would put a card and a tab would stick out that would say Friday. And you would pull out the journaling this way. That might work. My other thought is we go ahead and cut the file folder apart down these sides. And I don't know. I mean, we might be able to redo these numbers after I glued them on here. You know, we would have a flip. Like this would be Thursday and this would be Friday. I'm not in love with that idea, but we might be able to peel those right off. This one's not going to peel off so nicely. I really love this Ed Hardy artwork. I don't necessarily want to cover it up. And I don't think I don't know, friends. I know one of you commented the last time I peeled something up, they're like, I can't believe you peeled that off. And I was like, I didn't think it was coming off either. But it is. But it is. So let's rethink this whole thing. Okay? Let's rethink this whole thing. We knew this is going to be what this notebook was because it was a complete redo, right? It was a complete redo. Okay, we're gonna do that. I don't feel like the pocket thing is speaking to me right now, so we're gonna cut this page apart. In a really horrible way. That was a horrible cut. This one's probably not going to be much better, and I just don't care at this point because we can fix anything. We can fix anything. That's how powerful we are. I guess I'll just cut this instead of trying to rip it off, though. Okay, so, wow. If there was a color that was on my least favorite list, it's so interesting. We're ending the month with this. Wow, Allison. Okay. This is not going to do it, folks. So we're going to have to figure out what we want to do, because this is not going to cut it. So we're going to keep this owl. All right. It's better. Okay. This is Wednesday. This could be like just a blank. We could make 2 pages for the first day. We could cover up this true love as much as I love it and just make this whole thing. Maybe that's what we need to do. Maybe we just need to make this whole thing a back to school spread. The problem is I really like this card, and it, it clearly goes this way and not this way. So let's cut it and get something like that. If I'm not going to use this, I'm going to use the back to school. I cut the flower that I wanted is the problem. We could kind of do that. It's hard with a ring bound to get, if your journal's not ring bound, you can put cards on 2 pages and essentially it will kind of look like that, and it still looks like it goes together. With the rings, it's obviously harder, but that's not a horrible look. We could do that, although I'm not able to cover up this picture of the scale I had on here, and that is not coming up. I don't know what I put it down with, but it's like not coming up. I don't know if I sprayed it with water or something, if I could get it to come up. It's a magazine, and I don't know, but it doesn't matter. We'll just cover it. Okay. So there is one option. This is obviously another option, which I think is kind of funny. And maybe I'm just willing to give this piece up right now. So maybe that's where we're headed. The other thought I have is, just because I have it here, let's just see if any of these are I think we have enough color going on. I don't think I necessarily need to add anything. So let's cut up this little piece of trash that we found. And I tend to get them out of the trash and take them to my office, and then I just have them on my little table for the kids. When they come, it's just extra art from different, and oftentimes it wasn't their classroom that did it. So it's like, oh, I want to color one of those or whatever. So my thought is we would almost tip this in, which means we still need to cover this. So let me hold on to that thought for a minute. Oh, I was going to find some black paper. This could fit somewhere like up here. So this will all be Wednesday, which will be interesting. Here's this funny little thing. I have this little report card, and I think I'm going to put this husky on it, which I think I also ripped. I ripped off his tail. See, so we got to piece that back together. So I think I'm going to put him down here and then put his tail back on like that. Okay, so that's fine. It's absolutely fine. And you know what would go really well there? Oh, I have some smaller pieces. Stop it. I have some smaller pieces, but we have all sorts of, the blue looks nice, huh? I was going to say we could just take a piece of notebook paper, like out of a comp book, and put it behind there. That would be very schooly. However, I actually really like this blue. So let's do the blue. even though it's like out of a journal thing. So is this the same size? It's going to be fine. I'm going to cut a tidbit off, but that's okay. It's a little wider than my sheet, but that's also okay. So let's see, maybe we want it wider. I'm going to end up covering that Ed Hardy work that I really like, but at this point, I mean, it was myself, it was not myself, it was, 12 year, we don't need it right now. It's okay. We're going to let it go. Let me see. Where's my little thing I want? Hey, where's my thing? That's not good. Okay, here it is. We'll get the glue out of here and onto some paper. I think I already told you guys I've decided next year I'm going to save my used supplies again. Every time I come to the end of a supply, I'm always like, shoot, I should have done it this year. I saved all of my stuff last year. And yes, for some of you, you're like, you saved your trash, and I sure did. I saved it for a year. We tallied it at the end. It was super fun and like cool, like to see. You really do use your supplies, and I really did. And then some of it I felt wasteful for, like plastic glue sticks is one of them. I feel like I want to find a better way to do that. I know a lot of you sent me like recyclable glue sticks and stuff like that. And I don't know if that's the answer either, but I certainly appreciate it. And I appreciate the dialogue around it and the awareness around it. Right. So, yeah, so all of that to be said, that glue stick just went in the trash. All right, we're going to do something like that, which looks fine. It has some blue up here. There's some blue over here. This is all going to tie in swimmingly. Oh, and this is going to be even better. Look at this. I'm going to move it over. So the blue is wider. I could have it over here and have blue, but I'm not. I'm going to move it over here and cover, match that edge rather. I'm going to tip it in. I'm going to tip it in like that with my just clear tape. But the item of the month is washi. So that allows us a beautiful place to use some washi. Now, I have this paper clip, which I think is kind of fun. It's not quite as bright as some of this. And so I'm wondering if that's what we want to do. Let's look at our choices. So we have, I don't think anything is just like jumping out at me. I'll tell you what, we've used some washi because look at all the space in my drawers and they're not like holding each other. Does that make sense? Like it's because the ones I've used, I've put up here in this other bucket. So we could use something, let's see what we want to do here. So we could use something even like this green that might tie in. It kind of has this, but there's quite a bit of green. Let's look in these drawers up here. Do we have, I mean, I have stuff like this or this. What about this one? That might be better. I have this, which is what I think of September, but that is not the colors on this. That actually matches this one really well. Those are the same colors right there. That's what I normally think of as September colors. I don't think, I mean, yeah, and someone also commented, why don't we have more vertical tapes? They're all horizontal. Because like all the words are horizontal, right? So it would like say words up this way, which makes sense. I mean, I know, but I kind of like this one. Let's look in the bottom drawer real quick. And I don't normally have these big drawers out. They're out this month because it was my item of the month. So I don't normally get the opportunity to go through all of these. These are, let's see. Oh, let's look at our sample cards up here too. I mean, the orange, of course, would look amazing. The orange goes with anything. I don't want to use the orange. What did I even do with that yellow that I got out? I think I want to use, I'm going to leave this out. I got to find my other book one if we already used it, or because I got a whole bunch of books today. So, okay. So the rest of these, ooh, we want to use that on something. Technically, there's a piece of washi right here, so we're actually fine. That's not what I want to use for it, but I mean, there's this really fun. I've really enjoyed this one. So if you sent me this card, I love them all. I have definitely used the M&Ms. This one has like this gold kind of circle on it and really fun colors. So that one might be fun too. Do you guys see anything else you think I should grab right now? All right, let's try one of those. There's some birds and some butterflies. Ironically, that butterfly is vertical. Look at that. That butterfly is vertical. Do we want to use that on here? That's a possibility too. Okay, we have 3 possibilities. Let's put this one away. I don't even know. Oh, there it is. So there is this one, which completely matches color, color, color. We have the butterflies, which I think is a little bit big of an image with everything else going on. So I guess we won't use the butterflies. And I had one more. Oh, we have this kind of like, okay. All right, I'm going to use this to tip this in. So it's already in there with some clear tape. And we'll do that. Now, is that going to bother you guys? I'll move it up, okay? And we'll cover the blue paper on this end, or on this side. All right, so now it's all covered. It looks like it's equal. And then you don't know it's not equal here, so we'll do the same thing. All right, now we have a regular page for Wednesday. What do you know? What do you know? All right, so this is the first day of school. So we might have room for this now. We do have this or this. Let me put that back over there. I don't need the sunshine. It certainly could work. I don't know. Kind of like this little guy over here. I don't know. I was going to use it as like a card. Well, I'll tell you what. I was going to use it as a card, and if I don't, I'm going to cut around him and the back to school. But I rarely do that. I rarely like cut around a picture. I don't know why it just doesn't go like that in my brain. So I don't think I'm going to like it. So let's try it with this girl, because if I keep aside, it's going to be the other little guy. So let's just see it if we like kind of a cutout thing. Sweet Melissa gave me this card out of her mail. I don't know about that. All right, I'm going to throw this guy out. Although I will, I will tell you, I think like he's kind of a cool, like little clip out guy. And then we could definitely use this little girl again, but I think we'll just not worry about that today. Oh, I didn't even finish cutting up my stuff. Okay. This is the first day of school. So this also goes on this day. Gosh, I did a horrible job at this. Okay. Melissa told me how to use this app of print your own things, print to size or whatever, which I'm having the most fun with now that my printer is semi-working. But I swear I get like really weird picture sizes. I don't know. like that's the weirdest picture. I don't know. Okay. But look how cute this was. When we came to school that day, there was the whole staff walkway and stuff was all chalked up and it says like, welcome back staff, you rock. And then there was paw prints everywhere and the kids all had like a lined up thing with paw prints and stuff. And like, it was really cool. They walked through a tunnel. Everyone clapped and laughed, like all the parents clapped and stuff as they walked through. It was really fun. It was really cool. I don't know. I don't know about this. Okay, let's work with it. We're going to cover up, I think most of this stuff is the issue. I will move all of this just like this so we know it goes together. And I guess we'll keep cutting pictures. Okay, this was Tuesday. This was yesterday. So this was Wednesday. This will be Thursday. This will be Friday. We will skip this and this will be Saturday. So this will be right here. This is Friday. Friday. The Roo. Oh, I could print up another picture. This. Oh, that's too bad because that goes really well on the purple, doesn't it? This is all this day, but he looks amazing on orange too. Okay. All right. Saturday. I got my numbers wrong, didn't I? Nope, this is Thursday. I did not. Friday, Wednesday, Thursday. Okay. You guys, it's making sense. It's making sense. No, my journaling's not normally this chaotic. We don't normally have to redo pages and rip apart stuff. All right, here we go. This is all Wednesday. Which one of you posted this? My friend might have posted it. I don't know if it wasn't you. I don't know. It's a little ghost and a pumpkin, and it says, I'll take you to the pumpkin patch, or whatever 50 Cent says. You know that song. Anyway, I thought it was hilarious. And I can't believe it was August, but I'm in it, folks. I went and got a pumpkin spice latte. So that all goes there. This goes here, and I can't remember what day my sweet daddy goes on. My sweet friend, she's my friend. She's my best friend's mom is who she is, but I think we actually have our own relationship, you know. She sends me these sweet photos when they pop up on her screen, and I'm just so grateful because most of them, like, I wasn't there for in their photos, right? Anyway, and so she sent me that, and she's like, I found another gem, and it just brings warmth to my heart, and I'm just super grateful. So, okay, this is Thursday. That's exciting. I mean, it was one of these days, and it doesn't, really matter. I could put it, almost like right here or something. So maybe I'll make this little thing about my daddy. Maybe we'll do that. I'm not too sure. We'll leave you right here for a minute, Papa. All right. There's that. Okay, you guys, this is very exciting. Okay, let's get something glued down. How about that? I just think that's like the funniest picture. Okay, I'm tempted to do like almost something like this and get it kind of in here in this artwork section, like almost with this tab here. I'm tempted to do that. I think I'll cut just an ooch off, and then I was so sad I missed her. She and her family came in to, say goodbye, and I obviously wasn't there, and anyway, the office staff left it for me, and I was like, oh, dang it. Yeah. Yeah. So I think that we have like this paper. We also have, I think I could do better with school paper, I guess. Let's see what is on the top of my pile that we could choose from here. We have quite a few journals we've ripped apart. We do have some pink. I think I like some of the color maybe more than just the white. I do have just graph paper. Here's a blue again, but that's not going to go quite as well on that. Oh, you know what I like? Oh, yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes. Yes, I do. All right, let's do that one. Okay. Let's use some of this fun green. This is again out of that journal that I ripped apart. And it's working wonderfully. All right, let's cut us. This white one's still just a little big, isn't it? I don't want to cut off her words. So I guess we'll cut off a little bit of my hand. Okay, it's so hard. There's so many, kids that move every year, and it's just, yeah, it's hard. But I am super blessed to get to know them for the time that we do, and all right, we're going to do that. And where do we think we are here? Well, I guess I don't need the paper cutter. I guess I'll use this. Okay, I can't square this up anymore. I don't want to lose any more of that L. I know it's crooked, but we're going to be fine. We're going to be fine. All right, I'm going to do it like literally in the middle of the page. Just like that. Oh, you know what we can do? Perfect. We can, I think this one is empty also. Do I want to deal with this? I actually don't. We're going to tape it on. Just because this is glossy, this postcard that she gave me, and I don't really want to mess with it with all that glue. And I guess we'll put a piece right in the middle. It was glued or taped onto the jar, so it has some, I don't know, substance or something on the back, like that's a little slippery, so I don't want to mess around with glue. All right, and tape is just always my best friend with this, so. And if it goes over the edge, it's just super easy to fold over like that, okay? So this tips in, yeah. I'm going to fold it up to this edge right here. And if it sticks over, which it does, it's just gonna stick over an ooch. Yeah, we're actually okay. All right, there we go. Okay, same thing on this. This doesn't matter, actually. We can liquid glue this down. Yeah. All right, and I'm gonna actually move it up a little bit. That will give us a bigger spot down here to play with. Cool. This I'm going to tip in though, okay? And we will wrap with that. Around the page. And then we'll tip it in here. Whoops. Now, I can use washi here. I don't want to cover up like the hand necessarily, so I'll just make sure we're definitely tipped in with clear tape. If we want to go back and add some later, we can. I don't feel like I need to do that right now. Yeah. Perfect. Okay, thought that was going to fall, sorry. Okay, so now we have this fun thing. We have a report card. We have a whole flip here. So that's a huge place we have here we can play with. I can put my dorky picture on there like that or over here. I kind of like it over here. We can even, yeah. Because it's just so busy. It's so busy everywhere else. Yeah, we'll just tip it over here. That's fine. Not tip it, glue it in there. I kind of like the black on the black, but I guess I like that more down there. And we could put this report card almost over here. Yeah, I like that better. Okay, we'll do that. And this, I kind of like a little crooked. There's just so much going on this page, so I don't want to like try and line up, Okay, there we go. So we could even use this thing I cut out. I love it. Let's do it. When I was a kid, we never went back to school before Labor Day. We always went back to school the day after Labor Day. And it was always like a giant push. We were always traveling for Labor Day. We were always over on the boat at Catalina. We would always come home, Monday afternoon of Labor Day, and we would go to school, I think the next day, if not on Wednesday. But we never went to school before Labor Day. And I know most schools now go to school before Labor Day, and it still just kind of like boggles my mind. I still am like, what is going on? Okay, so I have this fun little doodle from Melissa. I don't think we necessarily need it anywhere in here. I think we have plenty of stuff going on. So that's kind of the first day, friends, of school for me. So, and that is 49 minutes. I'm actually happy. I'm happy with this, and look how it's like 2-page layout. I get it. I would like to do something with this. So maybe let's try and do that Thursday, Friday. Egads. Ironically, this little sunshine I have right here is kind of purpley, isn't it? This is a lot of purple. I can't do this, so we need to figure it out. But we already have our our words, our days and dates from Sweet Melissa. Those are from her. You can go to her Etsy store. She has all sorts of really fun things. She actually just put a new one in for September, and I have to go buy it because I have to have it for this month, even though I don't know what I'm doing for my journal this month. I don't know what to do with this, friends. I guess I'm not going to do this with you. I'd really like to get this done, but I can't quite wrap my head around the purple. I'm not going to lie. So I think what we'll do is tuck this in. Let me take a look at the other day really quickly. This is yesterday. And I have another, well, I have her picture right there. We can use that one. It's fine. I did print up another thing though. I don't know where my other sheet is. Did I already cut it up? That seems strange. This will be blank. I have to look this up. I don't know if I want to leave this. I don't know if I want to put this in my journal or not. Sometimes I feel like, do you guys put news in your journal? Sometimes I feel like I don't want to put news in my journal. Sometimes I feel like it is part of history and it is what's happening on that day. And I want to include it, but I don't want to include news every day in my journal. Like that's not, and it doesn't mean I'm not aware of it but then I feel like, am I keeping track of that day if I'm not? I don't know. Sometimes it just speaks to me and I was like, I want to put that in my journal. Not want to, but feel like I need to, or it's big enough, or I don't even know. Anyway, there was a tragedy that happened. If you're not aware of it, yeah. So that's what that little card is about. So I got to actually figure out the day because it was stuck on here because this was a day. So I think it was Friday, but I actually thought it was Thursday, but it might have been Friday. All right, Daddy, you are going to go. We have a couple things to work on. I have this torn paper and I have this artwork on this card. And the picture I printed doesn't quite cover both, right? So I'm thinking I have this green paper right here. I could just make corners actually for it. It would be like, let's do that. I'm going to make some corners. Let's just cut 2 boxes like that. And then we can, I think I want the lines to go the other way. It would look something like that. And that's fine with me. So let's do that. I can't believe that I went through I thought I just got out new glue sticks. And all right. I'm going to hold, well, I was going to hold him down while I glued this corner, but now it ooched. So let's get that kind of where we want it there. And then we'll scooch some more glue out. I've never made a new glue stick out of these. I know some of you do. I just tend to use them as they come up. But other people scooch all of this old glue into one of the glue things and make a new glue stick, and then you have a new glue stick to use. Okay, let's do that, and then we'll glue the whole back. I still have never found my other little palette that I lost. It was like, I don't even know, a cheap one from a child's paint thing or something. I don't know, maybe from Dollar Tree. It literally was here and then it wasn't. I'm sure the more I think about it, it probably landed itself in the trash somehow and I didn't see it go. I don't even know, but it like has not turned up, and sweet Melissa was tired of hearing me gripe about it. So she sent me these cool metal ones, which are like really nice. But that's what I use to dig out of here if you're interested. So that one's done. That's 2 glue sticks we've added to the pile. So I'm just giving myself a little of the gold here and a little of the gold here to center it so it looks, I might actually move it up as much as possible. I'm going to do that and leave him there. Mwah! Love you. And then I have some writing down here and I can write about. That actually works out okay. I don't know if you can even notice there's a corner sticker here and a corner sticker here that kind of like do this. And so this kind of sandwiches it in this way. Totally fine with that. I love it. There's some black ink here that I stamped. It kind of matches, you know, it's all good. It's all good. There you go, Papa. Okay, that's that. This is then today. So we will have to start this day on like another kind of fresh start. And I don't, I have a couple things. I have this, which I really love and totally goes with this orange page. This does not go with the orange page, but my heart, so we can go with this and, yeah, we're going to make a page kind of like that. So that's fun. And that won't go, will it? It won't. Oh, it might fit. It might fit. We could even leave it long. That's interesting. I don't know about the dice down here, but it will rip that page. So unless I want to cover it, this says don't want to forget. And I love that we had this phone call today, but I don't need these dice down here. So, okay, I actually like that. Let's see. Okay. Since we have to do the item of the month anyway, we might as well. All right, I'm going to use this one for today. These I don't need. Oh, and I also have to put on here, egads, I have some other stuff to put on here. You guys, I've been doing my best. Well, I'm going to keep trying. I've been trying my best to use these little tiny stickies. And wow, they're tiny. They're tiny. All right, let's mark on here Z, oops, B-Day pick, question mark. I better get a picture today. That's my note to myself that I'm looking for a photo. All right, this I'm going to put up here. Now, well, I don't like that, so we're going to cut it. All right, I'm going to cut as much off of this little edge as I can. And then we'll cut. I don't think I can keep this line. I think we have to cut. Oh, yes, we can. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, I could drop this down and cover this up, but I think we could even use something like that. But I think we need to use, well, I know we would need to use washi. And so I think I can put this up here and do something like this. I actually really like that. Okay, we're just going to make that happen like that. We FaceTime this morning, me and my sweet godson, and he texted me and he's like, I'm available. Can you talk? I need to tell you something. And, um, and so I FaceTimed him. I look horrible. And I was like, sir, there are very few people I would, like him and my kids, obviously, and my husband are like, I was like, it takes a lot for someone to ask me to FaceTime them in this condition, getting out of bed. But it was just amazing. Okay. Oh, last day of school. Why is this out? I thought this was first day of school. Okay, we'll stick it up here because it can go somewhere else. Here is my book tape, my other one. Oh, but this one actually matches way better, doesn't it? Isn't that funny? I thought we were in this color palette. So I want to mark that I got all my books today, which is cool because I have this whole vibe going on today. All right, so this is what we're doing here. So I need some tape right here. Now, granted, we have this whole orange thing over here. This doesn't necessarily match. Let's look. Well, let's look at our Happy Mail tape first. I think I need a different system for this. I love my little box, but okay, I do still love this one. That's actually too much. Okay, so I am clear. I need to go more simple than you are my moon and stars. Oh, okay, that's really cute. All right, I'm going to put these back in as we're not going to... Okay, this one's kind of cool too. This blue with this splotchy. That might work. My concern with this is that I'm going to cover up the words because I don't have the whole thing. This blue's kind of fun. This blue's kind of fun. It's not quite the right blue though, is it? Okay. Snoopy, Planner Girls. Okay. Hope. Green, Pray. Whoops. Eyelashes, crowns. Let's just look real quick. Quick. Really like those butterflies. Oh, no, not that one. I need that one. Okay. My eye is also drawn, but I don't know. My eye is also drawn to the purple in the background. This looks like purple to me. This. So I'm wondering, I know we've talked about my purple. Oof. I don't really have any purple. It's not really my color. However, there is some purple here. So, but I actually don't. I know, big surprise. I actually don't have any purple. I had one in my washi bucket that I was going to give away. I literally don't have purple. Good talk. Okay. Guess what we're not doing on this one? Purple. All right. Let's just use this fun one right here because, oh, you guys, this might be it. I've almost used up this whole card. If you were the one that gave me this card, thank you so much. This tape right here is stunning. And that's a piece of my hair. Please. Oh, no, it's not. It's a thread. Okay. Oh, it is. It's the end of the card. Oh, and it's going to peel up that paper. No. Sir, I need this tape, so you're going to have to listen. One of us is going to win this. Okay, let's see if I can peel this off. It took up the film of the photo card it was on. And I don't care, I can glue it, but I just didn't know if I could get it to peel off. And And of course, that's kind of the middle section that we want, isn't it? Sure is. We're going to put it down just like that. All right. And we'll save these little ends for something. Can I wrap it? No, I don't want to wrap it. Okay. Okay, we'll save those two little ends. I used the middle, and I have this one piece left. Okay, if this was you, oh, there's a picture. Oh, I know who this is. Thank you, sweet friend. I'm going to drop him down just like that. This tape was from Joanne. Thank you, Joanne. Okay. There's that. That is amazing. Okay. This is working out swimmingly, friends. Why are you not sticking? Guess what? This is your new home. You need to get happy here. All right. That's exciting. This is today again. So we are okay with this. This was this morning. So these two things. This is just an extra page, which is fine. This is actually, this is very interesting the way this turned out. This is a lot of irony here. That's interesting. I just caught what this was, and this is very powerful. I'm just going to like sit here for just a minute with it and allow that to sink in, because that was a moment. Hold on one second. Okay. Okay. Wow, that just took my breath away just for a moment. Okay. These have to be redone. I don't know what we're going to do with this, but I'm happy that I cut the folder apart. Okay. This is super cool. I'm happy with this, happy with back to school. So we're making our way. Okay. That's it for me. I'm going to end it here. I'm going to keep working. I'll bring you along. I probably will do this one off camera. This is a lot. This is a lot. And my assumption is I'm going to take some bigger pieces of paper and kind of just cover it almost like that to get kind of a fresh start. And then we can add some, washi or whatever else to dial down the purple. Okay. And yeah, so that's probably exactly what I'm going to do. I might use colored paper or white paper or whatever, but I'm probably going to cover up most of this. Because I can't with this. Okay. So, that's it for me, you guys. This month is like literally almost done. This is so painfully the last day of the month. And, this is tomorrow. We're going to have to figure this out. So, which we will, of course, but see that little thing of notes I just cut off that calendar. It's going to work out perfect. It's all going to work out great. And I still have a lot of work to do on the days back here, but we're working on it. So thanks for being here, you guys. I hope your journaling is going well. Have you decided what you're doing for September? I know that I do have my stash packs for sale. I've sold half of them, and I'm so grateful to all of you that bought one. I'm super, super grateful. And I know some of you guys are planning on using that comp book for your September journal. I am looking forward to seeing how you use those supplies. If you want one, I will leave the link below. They are still if they're still available when the time this video posts. They're over on Mercari. There's a coupon code for you to go and start a thing over there and a link. It's super easy. So if not Mercari, I'm so sorry, Poshmark. If you are interested, please feel free to do that. But I would love to hear what you're doing for your September journal. I haven't quite decided. I think I have it. I think I have it in my head of what I want to do, because I want two things, and I think I'm going to try to make it work. So we'll see. We'll see. All right. That's it for me, you guys. Thanks for being here. I hope you're having a great day, and I hope you find something today that inspires you. Take care.